Girls for football and volleyball finished out their season this past week. How did they fare in their first seasons in 6A? Also, plenty of sports going on in the professional world, with football and basketball season in full swing. What kind of changes can we expect in these upcoming weeks? All this and more, this is Game Time.
Within or beyond, grind until dawn. Game Time.
Welcome back to Game Time. Today is Friday, November 30th. I'm Jesse Eckstein alongside Tyler Winden, Maggie Hale, and Goel Yango. We've got a great show for you guys today, so let's start off with what everyone's been talking about today, the Cowboys game.
All right. Y'all been doubting me since episode 1, and I feel like our Cowboys pulled through last night. And I still think they're going to go all the way.
I mean, they proved everyone wrong, including me.
That's right.
I think they're peaked.
They are.
They haven't peaked.
It's, dude, just NFC East. Like, no,
all right.
Like,
It's
I'm
not
still-
really an accomplishment.
I'm just still waiting for that 8-8 record, but let's move on to football highlights from this past season.
When we come back, Kelly Trin highlights a volleyball player who's received some prestigious awards.
Hey guys, there's a basketball tournament. Come if you want. If not, don't. I'm not gonna be there, so I don't expect you to. Whatever.
We need you to leave. I'm sorry.
No. Go.
Come support your Eagle basketball team this week. We're playing in the tournament. And yeah, come show your school spirit.
Can you try the second line for us?
Second line, okay. Come support your Eagle basketball team this weekend in their tournament. Come show your school spirit and show out.
Hello?
That's it.
You got it.
Game Time.
Now we send it over to Kelly Trin, who highlights Maddie Whitmire and all of her accomplishments.
Because then my time would come eventually, but I just had to kind of have that fact of okay, I need to work my butt off, I need to be a good teammate, I know I'm not gonna play, but that was just probably the hardest part of my volleyball career.
8 years ago, Maddie Whitmire made a decision that would impact her academic and athletic career.
You know how everyone kind of plays soccer when they're younger? I never did that. I hated running. I knew that could not be for me. And I just really liked volleyball. I went to something and one of the coaches said I had good hands for setting, and that's just kind of when it started. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll be a setter. And for 8 years, that's just been what I do. I don't really, a lot of girls will sometimes start off in one position and change, but I've just stayed the same position for all 8 years and I love it.
Played with Maddie for 4 years, 3 years on varsity, and she's become such an amazing player. The improvement is crazy. She's always been a really great player, but just seeing how great she's gotten, and especially being able to play at the collegiate level next year, is really awesome. Maddie's always been a super vocal leader and making sure that everyone's on the same page and knows what plays we're running, and communicating really well, and I think that's how she's really shown her leadership.
I just fell in love with Prosper. I loved Coach Mack as a person. I just thought that I really liked the vibe that she was giving off. She was really hell-bent on leadership stuff, and I just really liked the atmosphere that she gave off and what her vision was for volleyball, and I was just really excited to be a part of this program. It was kind of growing. Like Lovejoy's have obviously been like really well established. They've won a lot of state championships, and that would have been like an equally as good a program to like go to. But the main difference for me was the coaching and the person who was motivating me to come here and like talking to me about stuff. And I really like Coach Mack, and I think that our relationship has grown a lot in my 4 years at Prosper, and I'm so glad that I was able to play under her.
Top 10 in her class, UConn commit, Region 9 6A MVP, TGCA 6A All-State Team, Under Armour All-American First Team, Madison Whitmire, Class of 2019. For Game Time, I'm Trisha Takanawa, Prosper.
Now we kick it over to Caleb Delaney with your Player of the Week.
Wayne Anderson Jr. and running back.
Keegan Shoemaker, quarterback.
Jack Peterson, defensive end.
After my last football game, I was sad like everyone on the team, but really I was just really proud of the way we played throughout the season. First year in 6A, nothing came easy, and we just fought the entire way.
It was disappointing to have lost, but I think I'm proud of all the work that I've and the whole team has put forth the past couple of years.
It was obviously really unfortunate to go out with a loss, but I know that I gave my all 4 years. So I don't really regret anything I've done. So I'm kind of happy with what I did.
Just keep working hard, do what you want to do on the football team, follow the coaches, trust them, and play 100% every snap.
I'd probably just say to the next varsity team is that don't hold anything back. You'll regret it if you do.
Just give it your all for the rest of the time you have, because when you look back, you won't want to regret anything.
Well, there was plenty of action in college football this past week, so let's start out with the game of the week, LSU versus A&M. What did you guys see?
First off, before we get into anything about overtime, at the end of regulation, they tied 31 points. So that means they over doubled their score within
Big
overtime.
record this weekend. Not even the first record that was set. Apparently 7 overtimes is the most any college team has ever gone to.
Crazy game, back and forth the whole time, and A&M finally pulled out. Shows you how good Jimbo Fisher's doing.
And I got a quote from him that that really shows that. They picked up the crumbs, they found the inches, scratched, clawed, and fought till the end. And I feel like that's a perfect representation of what they did.
They've got a lot of promise in bowl season coming up and next season for sure. But continuing on to college football playoffs, who you guys got in the rankings?
Obviously, number 1, Alabama.
For sure.
I think I'm going to have to go with Georgia.
I'm going to go with Georgia.
Either going to win against Alabama.
Are you hearing that
Last time I picked against Bama, it did not work out well. So
well, I had faith in my Cowboys, so I'm going to have faith in Georgia.
Georgia's going to win tomorrow, then they're going to see each other once more.
Yeah,
right.
that's
with the
a no.
Fourth seed, I'm going to go with Oklahoma.
Oh, for sure.
Georgia losing, and Kyler Murray, they're getting in. But let's go back to the Cowboys.
All right, let's get into it. All right, let's talk about Drew Brees only getting 18 over 28 for his passing average compared to Prescott's 24 over 28. Amari Cooper's 75 yards, and our defense was amazing, holding them to only 10 points.
They showed out, that's for sure. They surprised me and a bunch of other people.
Yeah, they did.
It was just a fluke. It was just a fluke.
I agree.
Just a fluke.
I'm just waiting for the 8-8 season at the end.
Oh, no.
They peaked. They peaked last night. That was it. That was the end.
No.
Well, we'll see how that turns out the rest of the season and into playoffs. Maybe they'll face each other. But let's move on to college basketball. The new tournament criteria first came out. What do you think?
That's right. They changed it from what used to be the rating percentage index to the NCAA evaluation tool, which takes into account more than just wins and losses, like how they performed on offense and defense, etc.
Yeah.
So.
Obviously, I think what they were trying to do is fair. I don't think it's effective, though, if they've got Ohio State as number 1.
Yeah, they haven't played anybody and just lost to Syracuse.
Duke,
I don't think it's
Gonzaga, and Kansas all belong up at the top.
For sure.
All right, well, we'll see how that works out for the tournament, but let's take a look at the newest comedy sketch.
Comedy will air at 5 p.m. tonight at eaglenation.net. For Game Time, I'm Jesse Eckstein.
I'm Tyler Winden.
I'm Maggie Hale.
And I'm Goyonga.